Hello friends, in this video we will discuss about the tax configurations in SAP. So these are the procedures involved in the tax configuration. So let me configure these things one by one. So on the whole, I'm going to create two tax codes. One is for purchase and one is for sales. So for purchase we will create the input tax, and for sales we will create output tax. So after configuring all these things, we will use those configured tax codes in our journal entries. We will post some journal entries including the tax configurations. So let us enter into our configuration. So in our thing, just enter into the easy access screen. So we enter into the financial accounting new. There comes the financial accounting global settings new. Here you can see the tax on sales and purchases, executing it. So these are the three steps we are going to perform: the basic settings, calculation, and then posting. So enter to the basic settings. So here I can perform the first step, that is condition table. So I'm not going to create any condition table. There is a default condition table. So here execute this check calculation procedure. So you can find the access sequence. So let me enter into it. So I have already there is a default condition table configured. So we can use that condition table, and in that table we have two fields assigned to it. One is tax code and other is country. The table is cross-client. This means that we can use this table in other company code itself. So let me create a new access sequence. Okay, let it be the company code name itself. Click on save. You can give any description. I have not given. Just click on enter. If this thing appears, just click on enter. It is just a warning. It is not a issue. And okay, now only it is saved. Okay, I've saved the access sequence. Just select it and double click on accesses. So here I can give the table. So here click on new entry. Let it be number 1. And here I have to link the table. So I have not created the table. I'm using the default table with SAP. So let me show it. So this thing, tax classifications, it is 003. So I'm not using any jurisdiction code here. So I'm just going to this thing, tax classifications, click on enter, and this table has two fields. Let me show it. Just click on enter. Okay, click on save, and then again click on enter. So it is very important that only the entries will be saved. Okay, just again select this and double click on fields, then again click on enter. So you need to follow these steps, then only you can perform these operations. So the fields shows that the this table has two fields. One is country and one other is tax code. So this is the technical name for country and this is the technical name for tax code. So this table comes under the access sequence. Okay, let me save it. So kindly follow these steps, then only the configurations will be fulfilled. Now I can go back. Okay, you can see my entry here. Then again click on yes. Then only the steps will be completed. Okay, I performed the first step. Now I'm entering into the condition type. Just double click on it. So my first condition type I need to configure is, so here you can find the base. So just click on this icon, zoom icon. Just enter into the base condition type. So I will change the access sequence. So let me change the access sequence into what we have created as PRP. Just save this entry. Just rename it as this is the base amount for our company code. So click on save. Okay. Okay, I will create some new entries. Okay, let it be INP, and this displays the input tags for PRP. This is our company code. So let the condition class be taxes, and calculation type it should be in percentage. In percentage we have to make the tax configurations, and the condition category should be tax. Okay, I have to give the access sequence. Okay, let me save it. So other conditions I have not modified anything, just to save it, and I have to give for output also, and out stands for output tax for BRP, the access sequence. So here also the same thing. So click on save. So I have configured the condition types. The next step is procedures. So I click on new entries. I'm going to define a new procedure. I will name it that too as my company code. You can give any now any name. I just want to give the name that I couldn't remember. Okay, selecting it. Okay, enter into the control data. So click on new entry. So my first step, I'll leave this. It is a counter. I'll leave it blank. And my condition type. Similarly, the second step. So the step number should have increment of 10 between each step, and my input and output conditions type. Okay, just click on enter. You can have this thing. So the input tax should be calculated from the base amount. So that's why I've entered 10 here, which means the step 10. The input tax should be calculated from the step 10, that is the base amount. Similarly, the output tax also. So the important thing I have to configure here is this actual key. So for input tax, the key, the accounting key, sorry, there is the accounting key. So the accounting key for input taxes VST. You can find it here. Input tax. You have to remember it. Similarly, the key for output tax is MWS. Let me show here. Okay, I'll just save this thing. So we have to assign the account to this key. My next procedure. Let me show it. Just close this. So here, assign country to the calculation procedure. So I'm just assigning my country to my calculation procedure. And you can configure with your country. Let me search it. There is already a procedure assigned. I will change it. Just click on save. So I finished this. Okay. I just entered the calculation. So this is the important step. Define tax code for sales and purchases. I'm executing it. So I'm entering my country code. Okay. Let me change the tax code. Okay, let me create a new tax code. IN be the input tax. Okay. Input tax for BRP. So the tax type should be input tax. Tick here. Okay. This is the accounting key. So I have to create some new accounts here. Just enter the new tab. We'll create new accounts for our tax. Just enter into the GL account master. Let me change the company code. So in the liability section, I can create an account for my input tax. So the number is 20005. Need to change the company code also. So it is the balance sheet account, liability, okay. Just click on line item display. The field status group should be this tax office clearing accounts. Just save this. Similarly, create the output tax account in asset side. Let me create it. The next available number is 7. It is also balance sheet account, comes under asset. Similarly, it also goes for G041. Let me, okay. Click on save. So I have to configure another thing also here, that is this tax code also I have to link here. Let me complete it. So liability, okay, this is the input tax account 20005. Let me link here 20005. Click on enter. So the percentage can have a maximum 3 spaces before the commas. Sorry, I have to give the percentage here. Let me have a 18 percentage. Okay, then where I can link the account is, click on tax accounts. Okay, we cannot assign here. I will show it in next thing. Just to save it. So it should be saved. Then only our configurations is right. Okay, the tax code was created. Similarly, for output tax also I am creating. OU is my output tax code. Just click on enter. It's not defined in country code. Why? Okay, the output tax for BERP. The tax type should be output tax. Okay, just click on a tick. So here I should give the percentage here. Okay, just save it. Okay, the tax code OU has been created. So we have created two tax code, IN for input tax and OU for output tax. So let me link my account. Okay, I have completed these things. Okay, now I'm going to the posting. Define tax accounts. So here just go to the VST, that is input tax. Double click on it. Enter the chart of accounts. So click on a tax code. So our tax code is IN for input tax. The account is 20005. So here only I have to assign it. So the T code for this region is OB40. So let me enter through the navigation itself. It is easy. Similarly for MWS, here it is MWS. Yes, here output tax code, saving this thing. The tax code is output tax code is OU and the account is this thing 10007. Okay, I have configured. But the important thing is, let me show, entering into the account. Okay, here the tax category should be configured. In my this is my output tax. So here you can see the output tax for BRP. Just linking here. So I'm also tick this posting without tax also. It should allow. Then click on save. Similarly, in the input tax account also, I have to link the tax code here. Okay. So I think I have completed the configuration. Let me check. Yes, I've completed the configuration. Okay. Let me post invoice. Let me check it. Before going to the posting, let me complete a important step. Don't forget to do that. That is, we need to assign default profit center to the newly created balance sheet accounts. That we should not leave it. Okay, entering into the profit center. Just include the accounts. Okay, yes, 5 and 7. Yes. Now we will go on post the invoice. So our vendor, the expense account. Here I am including the tax code, that is input tax. This is the purchase. So I'm including the tax code IN. Okay, just clicked on enter. Let me check it. So you can see that the account is not relevant. The tax code is ignored. So it is ignoring the tax. So let me enter into the GL account. This expense GL account. Okay, I will make this as tax relevant. Okay, just to save this account. So I'm making this account as a tax relevant. So let me check once again. FP60. So let me check it. Click on tax. So the tax code is displayed. Let me tick here. So once I tick here, the tax should be calculated, but it's not calculating. You can see here. So we can see that the tax is not included in this transaction. Let me simulate it. I can include the tax code, but it could not calculate the tax, which means we have done some we have missed out something. Let me check it. What are the steps? Okay, I think we have missed out the condition record. Okay, let me do it. So I'm entering into the new. Okay, here the T code is M101, I think so. Yes. Okay, the condition type we have just now created the base. Okay, let me go into the navigation. Enter into the. Sorry guys, I have not found it in navigation also. Okay, I found it in my notes. Let me do it. FB11. Kindly make a note of it. I could not found it in this navigation also. So the T code is FB11. Let me write it here. Condition record T code is FB11. Okay. Let me enter into it. FB11. Click on enter. Okay. This is the condition type we have created. Just enter into it. I will enter my tax code, that is IN for input. Just to give some amount. Okay, just give some amount here. Just click on save. It should have a condition record. That's it. So similarly for the output tax also, just click on save. Okay, I've made it. The next thing is I just want to enter into the what we have configured. Okay, let me close it. I think here we have made a mistake. Basic settings. So in the procedure, let me take it as a manual. I have to make this base amount manual. So I'm just tick here. Just click on save. So the next is once again enter into my calculation. Let me check for input tax. Okay, the tax accounts has been assigned. Okay, here is the base amount. Okay, now let me check. Once again post the invoice. So it is not calculating. So let me check it once again. So let me link the procedure in my condition type. Let me do it. So enter into the first condition type we have created. So here pricing procedure, just link the procedure, the condition type also. Let me check after configuring this, and also the okay. Okay, I have done all these things. Let me check once again. So before going to that, we have made a one change. I have so this thing I don't want to select this. Just untick this. We don't need this thing right now. Just okay. Now I try posting the invoice FB60. Now I think it will be clear. Okay, let enter the tax. Click on tax code. Okay, you can see that the tax amount has been calculated. Just enter into the basic data. Okay, let me simulate it. Okay, you can see that the another line will be posted here. So these two will be debited and the vendor account will be credited. So once I save this thing, I can have the balances in my input tax account. In the similar way, we can make the customer invoice also. There we can have the output tax configure in it. So let me show this input tax will have the balance as 152 rupees. Let me show it. Enter into the FBL 3N. Okay, let me change. The account is 1007. I think so. The input tax. just enter into FS 00 2005. Let me enter the account. Okay, in this document number we have the amount included in this account. So in this way we can configure the tax. Thank you guys for supporting this video. Kindly subscribe to my videos. We will see in the next video. Thank you.